Hello and welcome once again to the spare room. Yesterday was a rather special day for me because I got the second dose of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. So far, the only side effect I've got is my arm hurts where the needle went in. And as the nurse was going to administer it, she said, "Be ready, you'll feel a prick." Much like every other day of my life. So I want to begin by saying thank you to all of the wonderful staff of the National Health Service and the St John's Ambulance and the volunteers who were on site, plus all the doctors, scientists, technicians, engineers who've made this vaccine rollout possible, because it borders on miraculous. Personally, I think anyone who can be vaccinated should be vaccinated, because there are some people who can't get the treatment because of underlying medical issues. And there are other people who are choosing not to be vaccinated, and that's fine, provided they aren't spreading lies and misinformation in an attempt to put other people off. Broadly speaking, there are three types of people choosing not to be vaccinated. The first group are people who are frightened, and that's understandable. No one in living memory has lived through a pandemic like this before. The vaccines all seem very new, even though they're based on older vaccines. And I think there's a sense that some people want others to go first to prove that it's safe. The second group, for want of a better word, are basically stupid. They're too thick to process the information and understand what's actually going on. They can also be very easily led or gullible, and that makes them prey for the third group. And this is the group for people who are both frightened and stupid. The conspiracy theorists. Now, they cover up their fear with arrogance. And because they can't understand science, they go along with any theory they can get their head around. They tend to call the rest of us sheep, but blindly follow all the internet's finest nutters. After all, it is hard to know who to trust. The brilliant doctors, scientists and such like. Or Kevin from Facebook, who claims that birds don't exist. His profile picture is of a car that he doesn't own, and his cover photo is what he thinks is a quote from 1984. And he won't know it's wrong because he hasn't fucking read it. Another thing I've noticed is that flat earthers seem to have gone quiet, because a couple of years ago I was mocking them every other week. So where have they gone? Well, it transpires most of the prominent ones are now COVID deniers. Most flat earthers come from the USA, but from England this is allegedly Dave. This is a man who believes that the earth is flat, that the pandemic isn't real, and he drinks his own piss. He sounds bright. Flat earthers becoming COVID deniers is like they're in a mad rush to prove once and for all they're the stupidest bastards with access to the internet. I've been crossing swords with various conspiracy theorists for a few years now, and they all use the same fuzzy logic way of thinking. They cherry pick for things to fit their narrative. Now, what happened yesterday is when I got back from being vaccinated, my washing machine broke. Now, the two things are in no way connected, but a conspiracy theorist would grab hold of that and come up with some fucking nonsense like, oh, you've got a microchip, it's Big Pharma destroying your home appliances, which of course it isn't. What they wouldn't take into account is that that washing machine was 16 years old, it never had any preventative maintenance, and it's been playing up for months. But they will ignore all that so they can run around screaming, calling people sheep. So I'm going to try and create what I believe is the internal monologue of the average conspiracy theorist. So here we go. There are words. I don't understand the words. Conspiracy! The vaccination programme is an incredible achievement. It is effective and it's safe. So if you're worried about getting vaccinated, please look to the science, not badly made videos on YouTube, and trust me, I know about them. As ever, keep safe and thanks for watching.